All right, let's get going here. We're going to draw the mail organizer in SketchUp. So open up SketchUp from your drive. Should be over there on the waffle somewhere. Scroll down. Right there it is. All right, we'll let this open up. This takes forever. We're going to say create new. Actually, click on the little arrow. Make sure it says fractional inches. Click, and then you can say create new. And then let's name it. We're going to call it the mail organizer. Save it to your drive, and it's going to have your name, mail organizer, spell the organ wrong, Organizer, whatever period you're in, period, and then your name here. There you go. Period, your name here. Oh, I spelled organizer wrong again, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. Save. All right, so we're gonna leave the little lady here, like her, because she gives us an idea of scale, so we know if we're drawing things correct size. All right, so first we're gonna do everything's rectangles in this, obviously. So we're gonna draw a rectangle. Let's pick the sides first. So you can come over here and click on the rectangle, or it's the R key on your keyboard for the shortcut. I'm gonna lock this rectangle onto the let's lock it onto the red axis. Yeah, so it's the right arrow key on your keyboard. Click on your mouse and pull it out any size you'd like. I'll kind of get it going the direction I want, like that. And this is going to be 2 3/4, so 2.75 comma 16.5 is the measurement. So it's very tiny. And then we are going to hit the push pull, the P on your keyboard, letter P, pull it out, exaggerate your pull out, and then let go of your mouse, type in 0.625 or 5/8. That will make it the right size. All right, with a rectangle here, we're going to cut a rabbit groove right up here. Whoa, right here. I'm going to click, I'm going to draw a rectangle like this. It is going to be 5/8 comma 0.25. So 5/8 comma quarter inch. You can do 5/8 /1/4 if you want to. So 5/8 inches down, quarter inch deep into the wood. Then I hit the P on the keyboard for push pull. We're going to push pull that all the way back. All right, we're going to do the exact same thing here to the bottom. Rectangle tool, R on the keyboard, click, drag it up the direction I want to go. And it's going to be 5/8 by quarter inch, 5/8 comma 1/4. Go, push, pull that back across. There we go. All right, we're going to make this a project that has an included back. The back will be set into the into the project. It won't be just slapped on the back. It'll become part of the project, which is a much nicer way to do things. So I'm going to draw a rectangle. Actually, I'm going to do the tape measure. So it's the T on your keyboard. And then from this corner down here, just click on the endpoint, drag it in, exaggerate your drag in too much, and then type in 0.25. We're going to put a little guide point, a quarter inch. And on that guide point, I'm going to draw a rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and drag it over like this. It's going to be a quarter comma 1/4, quarter by quarter. A quarter inch deep, quarter inch groove. Okay, I'm going to push pull that all the way up to the top until it disappears. Whoa, went way too far. There we go, up to that. Okay, that little face is not erasing, so I think I can use the E key for eraser, and I can just erase that little mark there, can't I? Yes, there we go. Now it looks mo better. So I'll just erase that little top line, and it will fit in. There we go. And then let's do this. We're going to put a shelf in this. So I'm going to use the tape measure tool yet again. I want you to measure down from this point 5 inches down. Just type in 5, hit enter. Should be a little mark. And on that mark, we're going to draw a rectangle. So below the mark, this is going to be 5/8 by quarter inch, just like the ones above it. I'm going to push pull this back to right there. And then I'm going to erase, hit the E key, just that little part right there. That looks pretty good. So that's where the shelf is going to fit in right there, which is a really nice way to do a shelf. It kind of locks it in place. So it looks very nice. And that is our side piece. I've got various routers that will make all these cuts for us. So let's, instead of drawing another one of these things, we're just going to hit the select tool, hit the space bar for select, and we're going to copy that right there. So highlight that whole thing. I am going to move it, which is the M key on the keyboard. Grab it anywhere. It doesn't really matter where you're moving it to. As you're moving it, hit the control button. It'll leave a copy behind. Then you can drop the new one off. And then to make, we can rotate this if we wanted to, but probably best just to scale it. So over here, underneath the push-pull tool is the scale tool. Nope, I lied to you. It's going to be under the move tool. It's called scale right there, scale tool. Oh, okay. First, you have to select the object that you want to scale. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to hit scale and then grab it by the interior right there, the ones that are in the middle, not on the edges or at the corners. Grab it by the middle. So click right there on the one that's on either side, doesn't matter which side. Click, then start pushing it in on itself, and then let go of your mouse and type in -1. And it will make a complete mirror image of what you had. And so that's what you want. You want these rabbits, they're called, facing each other. You want the dado groove facing each other kind of thing. So there we go. All right, so that is literally the two side pieces. So, all right, onto the top and bottom piece. So I'm going to hit a rectangle, and we're going to draw this. Let's put this one onto the green axis, which is the left arrow. No, that's a lie. This is going to be on the blue axis on this one. So it's the up arrow key. Yes, up arrow key. And this one is going to be 10 and a quarter, 10.25, comma 2.75, and hit enter. And then we're going to use the push pull tool, P on the keyboard, pull this up to 5/8 also. And this one, we're going to come over to the end over here. Went too far. I'm going to use the tape measure tool yet again, T on the keyboard. Drag in a little bit, over exaggerate how far you drag in, type in 0.25. It'll leave a little mark right there at 1/4 inch. Rectangle tool, and then I will just make a rectangle that is 1/4 by 1/4 right there. And then I will push pull that all the way back through, all the way back across there. That's it. That one looks good. All right, so that literally is the top. That's all we have to do. And I'm going to select this. I'm going to move this. So I'm going to click on it anywhere, hit the M key. Oh, sorry, we're moving it already. Hit the control button, and we'll leave a copy behind. And since we need this to be just, they're the same, I need to invert one of these. I could rotate one of these, that'd be fine. If you want to rotate it, I do believe, I'm not sure what the keyboard shortcut is, but what you're going to do is you're going to select it. Under the move tool is rotate. What you can do is on the top edge here, make sure that the protractor looking thing, whatever color it is, when you hold it on this end, make sure it stays that color when you put it up. Sometimes it'll flash to the other side, like color like blue, it just did right there. Make sure it's red, like on this side here. Click anywhere. I want to rotate it around that point. I'll click anywhere else along this edge or anywhere along this edge. I'll just click, and I'm just going to drag it up and type in 180. There we go. So now it's 180 degrees. We could have scaled it too. That would have been just fine also. All right. Now we're going to draw the shelf. So the shelf's going to be much like the top and bottom. It's going to be a rectangle. It will also be on the blue axis. And it is going to be 10 and a quarter, 10.25, comma, it is 2 and a quarter, 2.25. That shelf is going to be. Hit enter. We're going to push pull that up to 5/8.625. There we go. That's all we have to do on the shelf right there. Let's draw the upper front. It's going to cover the shelf. We will lock it onto, it's a rectangle also. Start drawing it. Let's lock it onto the, the green axis. So we don't need to rotate it later on. It is going to be 11, comma 2. So 11 inches by 2 inches. Hit enter. We're going to use the push pull tool. It also will be 5/8, 0.625. And then next thing we're going to do is draw a rectangle again for the lower front. I'm going to lock it also onto the green axis. And it is going to be 11, comma 5. So 11 by 5. And we will also push pull this out to 0.625. There we go. Okay. Let's do this really quickly. Let's decorate this real fast. We'll use the old follow me tool. Hit the L key. We're going to draw a line from the center of this out to the edge. I think the line will turn kind of purple when it's a perfect 45. And we'll click right there. I'm going to come over here and find the follow me tool, which is right there. I do believe now if you click inside of that circle, you don't need to hold the mouse button down. Just drag your mouse now around the perimeter of this object and then back to its origin. And sometimes it wants to do weird things like that. Sometimes you have to kind of hold it in just the right spot. And sometimes it just won't work unless you're in the exact right spot, which is frustrating. I don't know why it won't work. Yeah, that's odd. I don't know why it keeps doing that. But yeah, that looks kind of stupid. So let's undo that real quick. Let's do it this way. I think if you hit the select tool, just select that. And then if you hold the shift button down, you can select this edge, oops, not that. Click the bottom edge, this edge, careful where you click, the line will turn blue, not the surface. Then if you go back to the follow me, I think the lines will disappear, but then you just click into this again. Oh, and of course it just did one of them. So anyway, do your best to get that to look like you want it to. I forget, maybe we do, I think maybe we do this. Select this, hold the shift button down, that, it'll let you add things, that. Then maybe we go follow me, and then we click in there. That might do it. And of course it did not do it at all. But anyway, yeah, so see if you can get it to do that bevel all the way around. I don't know why it won't do it for me, but it won't. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to. That's all right. Oh, of course, that time it does it. I don't know what I did any different. So this one too, we're going to do the line tool, which is the L shortcut on the keyboard. This is the upper front. I'm going to go ahead and click there, and we'll try the follow me tool yet again, see if this works. I don't know why it worked last time, or it didn't work the first time I tried it, but it didn't. Oh, out of one works perfect every time. All right, there we go. It looks pretty good. Hang on. All right, back at it. So let's we're going to use the dimension tool, which is right. They just changed. Oh, right there. That's dimension. Hold your mouse on there for a second. I need to figure out how long the back piece needs to be. So I'm going to get a measurement from right here all the way down to right there and see what that is. And that is 15 1/4. So the back is going to fit into this groove right here and that groove there. And those are both 1/4 inch deep. So the back is going to be 15 3/4. I'm writing that down, 15.75. And then the back is going to be the same length as, or same width as the top and bottom, because they both fit into that same little notch right there. So the back is going to be a rectangle. We're going to lock it onto the green axis. Yes. Drag it up. So click, pull your mouse out, and it is going to be 10.25, comma 15.75. Enter. And the back will be made from 1/4 inch plywood. So push pull this out to 0.25. There we go. Let's do this real quick. I'm going to make all of these things components real fast so that I'm not even going to name them. You could name it back if you wanted to. I'm just going to make all of them components so that when I put this together, if I mess up somehow, I can pull them all back apart and get them to fit correctly. So just working my way around, selecting everything on this, selecting each piece, however you want to do it. You can do a box around it, whatever you want. Make component, click it 4 times, make component, okay. Make component, okay. Make component, okay. All right, let's put that back in first. Let's do this. I think if we just I'm gonna just draw a tape measure real quick. And so we're going to click. I'm going to come straight up on this surface, straight up. Looks like the line will be blue, so you know you're on the blue axis. And I'm going to come up 1/4 inch, 0.25, hit enter. It leaves a little dot right there, okay, right on the top there. Then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to hit the select the back piece. I'm going to move it, hit the M key, and I'm going to grab it by this point. Oops, escape. That was not good. Mr. Lever, undo. I need to select the whole thing. 4 clicks, then move, grab it right there. I'm going to stick that corner right on that little guide point that we just set. Click, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to move this one out and away, this side piece here. Move this guy, I'm just going to click on it anywhere, grab it somewhere, push it off. Do the same thing with the tape measure tool. I'm going to click right at that corner, drag it up 1/4 inch, 0.25, enter. And then I'm going to move this. I'm going to grab it by the guide point to move it, which sounds kind of weird. I'll put the guide point right there, endpoint outside active. And then stand back and look at this thing. That looks pretty good. Okay, that looks pretty good. The back is fitting into that groove all the way around. You can see that. Fits in down here, looks good. All right, let's move the top and bottom into place. So I'm going to grab the top here. I'm going to move it. I'm going to grab by this corner right there, and that corner should fit right there. Endpoint outside active. Click right there, and it should fit in there. It looks good. It fits in. Looks like the back fit into the groove like it was supposed to. Yes, it did. All right, I'm going to go select the bottom piece here. It's like I got to rotate this piece. So we could rotate it, or we could just scale it. Let's just rotate it. I'm going to use the rotate tool. I wish I knew what the shortcut for the rotate tool was, but I don't know what it is. Click on this surface, that corner there. Click anywhere along this edge now, or anywhere along this edge. I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees. Type in 180. I'm going to hit the move key. I'm going to move this point right here, right over to this corner right there. Drop it off. There we go. That looks good. Let's put that shelf into place now. Shelf is right here. Click on it 4 times, hit the move button. Click there, and the shelf, we should be able to move it right into, zoom down so you guys can see better, right there, right into that little notch. Right there, it should fit right in there. That looks good. And then I can move the lower front. I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it so that this corner on the back side is going to fit perfectly up against this side there. There we go. And then the upper front. Same deal. I'm gonna put it right here. It's gonna be even with the bottom of this shelf. So I'm gonna draw a line real fast from right here to right over along the edge here. Just straight. It's got to be red. It looks like it's on the red axis. On edge in component number 2. Click. There we go. It thinks you want to keep drawing a line. So hit the escape button on your keyboard. It'll stop doing that. Or at least it used to. Huh. I'm just going to hit undo, I guess, then. Undo. There we go. So I just need a little line right there. So I know where to place that other piece. All right. I'm going to hit the select button. I'm going to select that. I'm going to move this so that this will line up right with that end of that line right there. That's what I wanted. Okay, that looks pretty good. And last but not least, we're going to put a little divider in here. So let's do this. This thing is 11 inches long. So the midpoint is going to be 5.5. So I am going to draw a rectangle from the midpoint. It should snap right to the midpoint. It says right there. This rectangle is going to be, we're going to make this, it's going to be 1/8 of an inch, 1/8, comma, 20.25, 1/8/1/4. There we go. And we're going to do another one right next to it. Exact same size. It's going to be, this one's going to be 1/4, comma, 1/8. 1/4, comma, 1/8. There we go. And then let's erase this middle part right here. And I'm going to push pull. I have to go into the edit component mode. Hang on. I'm going to select this thing, say edit component right there. Now I think it should let me push this. Nope, it's not going to let me do it. So anyway, that's where our little groove is going to go. I should have done that before I made it a component, but that's fine. I wonder if I can do it. No, I wanted to put, oh, I can, look at that. It should just go down inside of there. Whoa, I flew inside of my object there. Come on. Should be able to. Keep hitting the side. Well, we'll see if we can get this done. If I can get right down inside of there, all the way down to the bottom. No, not going to do it, isn't it? Anyway, you can just leave it like that. Like I said, I should have done that before I made everything component, but that's good. That's fine. That's where our little there's a divider that's going to fit in there. It's going to go right in there. So, all right, color it up real quick. Well, you can just use paint colors. There's more you can do. Oh, there's all kinds of wood colors. Kind of ugly. I don't know, very good, but anyway, you can do. Yeah, you got the idea. So, doesn't look horrible. Do that one. Oh, do that guy. Maybe I'll make the fronts a different color. There you go. Doesn't look too bad. And then you're going to save it. And then you are going to share this with me or just turn it in to me, and that will be perfect. There you go.